No man, guys.
So, oh god, hypes to unpick. Hypes.
Because the creed. I wanted to try the whole.
On the glass.
Yes, when you were like, oh, what are you talking about right now? I'm like,
I couldn't see it, eh?
how is this going to sit? Because I'm imagining it must sit like this. Thoughts? Is it comfortable?
It is, and I think it kind of like makes me forget that it's here. So it's giving less anxiety. But at the same time, it's like, how loud are we going to be on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, we'll have to see. I don't know. We're always just trying something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want to see. So how are we starting this off?
We just finished season 2 of Invincible.
We need to jump in the mix.
And what I have learned is that Mark is very much invincible.
Oh, okay.
That's my main takeaway from the show. Everything that has happened, we flew through 8 Shibuya arcs in a span of 8 episodes.
Yes.
And all I've learned is that you can beat Mark if you want. And by beat, I mean assault.
And Mark will take it.
Yeah.
Lying down. In that
Trauma pose.
Yes, girl.
Muscle memory.
Dad.
Mark. Mark would
Precious.
Oh.
Mark. Because today we've learned Mark is very much
Invincible.
yeah.
Yeah. We have just finished season 2 of Invincible. And I've just taken away one simple fact. Is that Mark Grayson
Yes.
is very much he's actually very distractible.
Wow.
He's also very soft if you want to punch him. You can get away with abusing Mark. That is what I've taken away from season 2 of Invincible.
No, because listen, love my man down.
Do you still, after everything we've done,
Listen.
do you still on his
Come
side?
to the forward with me quickly.
Oh.
Because let's be honest. If I were in Debbie's shoes, if Nolan came back and said he's sorry, I'd be waiting.
He still have a home.
Absolutely. The same with Mark.
Open arms. Open legs.
Yes, flash us. You wouldn't have to. Granted.
He'd have to apologize.
Yes.
Bare minimum.
Oh my gosh.
But like, I won't talk over it for like 3 months. Give it a week and I'll get over it.
Ooh, you a week. All it needs is 5 minutes.
Ooh, right.
Mark can pull up and say, and I'm willing to try again. Me too. So, my man and I let him down. However, do you know how painful it is to actually get beat up every 2 episodes?
It's actually very traumatizing. Do you know when Mark gets beat up, we sit quiet?
No, we don't make loud.
We don't want to move, just know they can beat us over.
Because the thing about Invincible is like, Invincible takes beatings
To a whole nother level.
What?
To a whole nother level.
I keep telling you, they go Invincible Studios. They love to draw a black eye on Mark. It's the warm up to draw that black eye.
It's actually the entrance exam to
Yes.
become an animator at that studio.
Yes.
Can you draw Mark Grayson with a black eye?
Because we see him with a black eye more
All
than we've
the
seen
time.
him in a different outfit.
All the time. To such an extent we said, family matching black eyes.
Yes, Debbie too.
The last couple of scenes, the whole Grayson family had black eyes.
Yes, guys.
Poop was setting so dark when they turned to the lady with how thick it was. I was like, it looks so.
And you know what's the worst part about it? Is it takes one hit and Mark has a black eye.
That's the worst
It doesn't
part.
build up.
No, we don't have a budget for that.
Wow.
It was happen now. And it's the same eye. That's our issue. It's always the eye
left eye.
on the left.
Yes.
Even with Omni-Man and Debbie, it's not even like, let's switch it up. Same.
You will
poop
get rocked in the same area every single time.
Mind you, Debbie got scratched. She got her arm broke. How she got a poop work, I don't know.
Because he threw it on the ground.
So is your eye not like concave? Isn't it inside? How did you bruise your eye?
It's different. Cody Grayson household. It's
Ooh.
different.
let's start off right with our thoughts on the beginning of season 2. Granted, we had like a massive gap between season 1 and season 2, so memory was a wee bit foggy.
Yeah.
So it was, they gave us melancholy music. Mark was flying around, sad boy hours.
Because my dad ruined everything for me.
Hard you, but like, this amount of exposition was not needed.
Oh, you just wanted to hop straight in the mix.
Rapigi.
Yeah.
I feel like season 2 started off a bit slow. Granted, what that man did to Mark, it needed a moment to recover. It did. It did. Granted that, speech my man, you're on the side in the corner. There's an abuse.
We needed to address.
Yeah?
But can I be honest, as much as we're saying that, it doesn't feel like Mark's biggest chip on his shoulder, because throughout the whole of season 2, it's, I don't want to be like my dad. But you're not taking it, Nat, and going, I'm going to defeat my dad.
Lesson from this. We go train. You guys, we love a training arc. We speak about training arc all the time. And we speak about it because no one goes to go bloody train. No one is in a gym.
No, girl, Mark with his cheeked out booty.
It was fancy. It was this season.
Yes, and I was there to love and see. Mark thinks that half filter my DNA. It's going to carry him.
And that's the issue. He was a bit too confident in his powers. But gag is, your father showed you that you will not be able to win against a Voldemort. Yeah, the rest of them come. You are confused.
Yes. And you know Mark loves to get beat up.
I think say.
Because the thing about Mark in every single one of his fights is there's no learning, there's no adaptability.
No.
You to the point where, listen, Mark, that I hate the way they glaze Invincible.
Yeah,
the only
show.
one who can do it. The Vildrum Empire is after you. But you are no threat.
At all.
Hi, Mark.
At all. If I was Krieg, mind you, we're gonna get to Krieg fully. If I was Krieg, I would have been like, Mark is an end in our story.
No?
We don't need, is it not the whole aspect of Viltrumites is like, we like you because you are strong and you prove yourself, and Mark doesn't care about that. Why you want Mark on the team?
My thing is, why is no one, hate to be the person, why is no one killed Mark? Because you're like, again, Krieger, again, this whole, Omni-Man has abandoned the Empire, he's to be executed. We've been sitting in transit, go Vildrum, since that episode, mind you, I think it happened like episode 4.
Yeah.
We've been sitting in transit.
We've been transporting Omni-Man to Vildrum for like 4 episodes.
And you want to know why? It's because Krieg has some personal issues. Personal issues to sort out with Omni-Man.
Our law that we have developed is that Krieg and Omni-Man went to Vildrum school together. And Omni-Man, of course, was a steering genie. The people love
because Joaquin and Hueco,
the 2 bodyguards, look exactly like Omni-Man.
And what Archer on some, I used to look up to you as a child.
You still do. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Change your haircut.
Shave that mustache.
Exactly. Take my drip off.
Nah. Give it back. Clearly, Nolan, you started to change.
Clearly, because everyone looks like you.
You're that girl.
But anyway, because Krieg and Omni-Man went to school together. And Omni-Man was the favorite, of course. Probably beat Krieg a couple times.
Yes, girl.
Krieg has been waiting for this opportunity to put his hands on Omni-Man. And mind you, the only way he can do it is if Joaquin and Kimang hold him down at the same time.
Joaquin and Juan.
Yes.
And Hueco.
That's the only way he'll get his leg back.
And that's why we haven't reached Vildrum yet. Because
Krieg switched the engine off. And he said, hi,
we are going to see
every day until we get to Vildrum, mind you. He just wants to like
push have
the current of space push us to Vildrum. Switch the engine off. I'm going to beat you every chance I can. What do you mean?
And the thing about it is like, again, I see where Mark gets it from. Nolan, you are taking it.
Yeah?
Because after Krieg came in, the whole thing is, no. Viltrumites must die like Vikings.
Yeah.
Must die in a fight.
We can go to Valhalla when we die.
Yeah, die with your honor. But the thing is, Krieg is there saying he needs to be recovered and strong.
How am I going to recover if you beat me up to say?
How does that work? we have to talk about our goat. Because these Viltrumites, granted, Viltrumites will finish the job, but lick back Lucan is determined.
Okay, firstly, we need to speak about the fact that Omni-Man came back this season. The fact that Omni-Man was alive this season, we didn't see it coming. He too gave us melancholy exposition, sad boy, saw him floating into space. Why didn't you jump in the bloody black hole? What is this for? So mind you, he finds the end planet with Rex, and he decides, I'm gonna go get me a new pay and start a new family.
Yes, go.
Omni-Man, come home, you're home, Omni-Man. Fine, he decides to be the regular prick that we know he is.
Yes.
But then decides, actually, I like these ants here on this planet. Mark, come help me save them. Because Viltrum will eventually get you.
Because these people are inferior. Mind you, is it not against Viltrum law for you to be crossbreeding with inferior races?
And you've done it twice. So, Omni-Man is more speaking about, eventually, Viltrum will come. There's Viltrum on our doorstep. They send 3 of their heavies here.
Yeah, we got some Scotsmen.
Yeah.
We got a lady with a dagger on her ponytail.
Azula 2.0.
Right, and lick back Lucan.
The goat of the season.
Yeah, and a black man nonetheless.
We have to stand just a little bit.
No, because another thing about Omni-Man and these Thraxons is now there's a purple mark. Ooh, not to sound like a horrible person, but like, now I must take care of this little. I don't know.
If the kid, I'm sorry.
Nah, who it? Go home.
Whose kid is this? Omni-Man, what is wrong with you? You can't be that bored. You can't have that much time on your hands. And mind you, you called Mark to come and help you. So you are aware of the fact that you still have father responsibilities. If you are missing a child, you have one.
Yes.
Why did you go make a new one? And you know that these ants die next week.
Yes.
So he's not going to have a mother in a week. Were you going to be a present father, Omni-Man?
My issue is, why do you need help? They glaze Omni-Man like, after conquest, it's Omni-Man.
And it seems like that is the hierarchy.
Nah.
Is Conquest, Omni-Man,
Maybe
and everyone else.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Lucan and Nisa, them two that we fought.
Yeah.
Krieg Mark.
Yeah. That's the lineup.
Yeah.
And so, for you to be this big bad, they sent 3 Voltums out you. It should have been light work for you. You had to call Mark. What is Mark gonna do?
Nah, Mark again laid down.
Mind you, you beat Mark's pulp into the mountain that he was on.
Yeah.
The mountain remembers Mark. And that's who you called for help.
And so does Mark, because that's the same pose we pull every time a rock touches his back.
It is now muscle memory for Mark to assume position. He just knows. Maybe if I lay like this, it'll stop.
And the thing about it is, Omniscia, why do you need help? Do you know that? Hakim and Waco glaze you at home. And for their goat to have to call his weak half-breed son to come help us out. Why couldn't you handle it? And the crazy thing about it is, he had it handled because the Scotsman finished him.
He took him out.
He
took the lake. That lake, can we talk about one of the most dramatic scenes in season 2?
Doubt you're gonna see it because you know how YouTube is,
but Omni-Man essentially grabbed this lady by her very long ponytail knife and elbowed her into the back of her mouth. Go watch it.
Nah.
It's the most. It's Mortal Kombat. That's what that scene was.
I know someone was excited to
ridiculous.
animate that. Someone's like, I can't wait.
The storyboard artist said, you guys have no idea what I've got cooking for this episode.
Aye, the pot is on the stove. It's been boiling since I saw this in the comic book.
Yo.
I've had it. And the thing is, we thought he was gonna like pull up on
and like stab her. He elbowed her jaw open
to the point where it was back on her neck. But can we unpack again? Now we are getting attacked by the Viltrumites. Mark gets stabbed by this itty bitty 2 centimeter long dagger and immediately assumes position.
And Mark was finished. He's like, yeah, it's wraps for me. Are you not supposed to be invincible? Do you see why I said you are invincible? You might as well be maybe immortal, because what you're trying to say is you won't die. But what you are saying is we could get a couple good hits in. We could get you to the brink of death. Because that's what happens every bloody time with Mark.
I think Mark plays with his life. Can I be honest? I don't think Mark
takes life seriously.
In a fight, being like, I'm going to die. Because you know when that happens, protagonist,
adrenaline kicks in and you're like, whoa.
It's either me or you.
Mark never has that moment.
Mark to Windows switches off every time.
Reboot the system.
Yeah.
Mark, you have to get up.
Get up!
Do you know you can get up?
Do you know who your dad is? Granted, he's not acting like the Nolan we know.
But apparently this man's name rings bells in space. Mind you, you can't hear anything in space. But we are there busy fighting Viltrumites on Thrax. And there comes Lucan.
Mind you, go back. Because Lucan came to come fetch us in the cave.
Yeah, 1.1.
Right.
He came to come and get Mark, the new baby mother, and obstacle design. The child is an obstacle to Mark's journey, I'm telling you now.
We have invincible, omnipotence,
yes,
and obstacle.
Yes, and we have another. And Cecil, my mortal nemesis. I will grab Cecil by his scalp and then in the back. I will fend Cecil. That's my op in this show. Yeah. You know how bad that is? Omni-Man exists.
But
Krieg exists.
But
Cecil is the worst person in that show. Cecil, hi. Anyway,
going back to the
Lucan
cave.
goes, you must now go fetch Mark there by the cave with Thrax.
Yes.
Omni-Man comes back in time.
Because you know Mark wasn't going to win.
At all. He was just like, I must do something.
I must take it.
I must protect, I guess.
Yeah.
He knocks Lucan into the mountain and then shoves a dripstone. Minecraft. Shoves a dripstone in Lucan. Lucan should be dead at this point.
Yes.
Right? His intestines are hanging out.
Yes.
While 1.1 Mark is embedded into a rock on the floor, assuming position.
As per usual.
Omni-Man has most now taken out the lady, the ponytail.
Yes.
There comes our goat.
Yes. Lick back,
looking out of nowhere.
Yes, girl.
We see this man grab his loincloth of Viltrum costume.
Yes.
And beg his intestines.
His organs squealing.
Hold it under his left arm.
Yes.
And came in for the final double legs together. Kicked the life out of Omni-Man. And we had 30 of Omni-Man's ribs break at once.
His entire spinal cord.
That was Lickback. Look at that, mind you, he put his all into that kick.
He swung his body
to the side.
You know what's crazy? It's the fact that when we got there, Omni-Man's here busy talking to Mark. Are you okay? Lucan gets there, stops.
And then he says, no, let me get it ready.
Right.
And then puts his everything into it.
To the point where that one kick had Lucan on the ground afterwards. Took all of them out.
The true goat. And Mark, do you see what you are supposed to do as a vulture, Mike?
Of
you pull it together, you put it under your left arm. And you get it together, you're a vulture, Mike.
No, because that is vengeance on a different level for you too. Because mind you, I must remove the dripstone
out of me.
Yes.
And to get myself off the wall outside of the gravity, put my feet on the floor.
Yes.
Grab the loincloth.
I needed to make sure that all of my organs are with me.
And I had to fly, mind you, a distance.
Yes.
It wasn't around the corner.
And the thing is, Lucan didn't even dash there and knock into Omni-Man immediately.
He came fast. He's like, okay, y'all are here.
Stop.
Pause. Let me set it up.
Let me set it up is crazy.
And he took Omni-Man down.
Wow.
And that was it.
Lick back Lucan, ladies and gentlemen.
The greatest person.
Clearly the
throughout season 2.
Forget Omni-Man. Lick back Lucan after Conquest.
The only person who really got it together. Then afterwards we were introduced to everyone's favorite Nepo baby, Krieg. Whatever the man's name is.
Looks like he says the N-word.
He does.
He looks like when Omni-Man is there busy chilling with the humans, Krieg is like,
You went to Earth to go chill with them N-words, and that's why you are weak. That's what Krieg wants to say, guys.
Yes. Krieg is balding, mind you.
And so I say Krieg is a Nepo baby because there is no way this man is in charge. Who's scared of Krieg, guys?
Nah. What is Krieg going to do? Mind you.
Call his dad. Call King Voldrum. Whoever is in charge, King Voldrum, has to be Krieg's dad. That's the only way he got that job.
That ship. No, because mind you, after Lickback Nugan finished the job for us all,
now he came to Mark.
Krieger came to descend from this spaceship. On some, your father will be executed. Resume his mission.
By the way, do you know you have a job now?
Prep us for us. Get it ready. Marinate it. Oh, Krieger.
And then Mark had the audacity to fix his lips and try and say something. Mind you, embedded into the road here on the left.
And Krieger slapped the life out of him. Mark had Omni-Man flashbacks. The way
he said, you know what? Let me take it. Let me keep quiet. My bad. You're right. I actually did interrupt you.
Yeah.
Finish. I'm sorry.
You see, Mark is just not. Moving forward, because season 2, Mark graduates from high school.
Finally.
We learn his name is Marcus Sebastian. Grayson.
Full name.
Mark Grazer. Mark Grazer graduates along with Amber, William,
and Eve.
Right.
And that's probably like, for us at least, one of the most irritating aspects of season 2. So much chaos is happening. Mark wants to have a regular human life.
Mark wants to go to school.
Mind you, Mark, quickly, what are you studying?
Nah, what do you want to become?
What's your major?
Yeah.
Communications, Mark.
Because the thing is, they didn't set up Mark like a Peter Parker where it's like, oh, he's really smart.
Yeah.
He's going to engineering.
He's going to MIT. You went to the regular community college.
Mind you, for all we know, Mark, you could be doing a bachelor in communications.
Exactly. Marketing degree.
But Mark is taking it so seriously.
That's the thing, like, Mark went on as if like, it's such a priority for me to go to school. Do you know, if I don't go to school, I have nothing after this.
Excuse me, can Cecil not pay for your
education?
Has he not rebuilt your house 4 times now?
At least.
I think Cecil can employ you and give you a salary. Because being invincible, granted, Mark doesn't treat it like a full-time job, but it is your full-time job.
It is.
To the point where
you're on the clock anytime Cecil calls you. Do you know that? And you do go. That's the worst part. Had you been like, you know what, I'm not gonna I can't show up right now.
Do you know I'm writing a test?
Mark, you go every bloody time.
Mark has that suit waiting for him. You see the way Omni-Man puts on
it's under the clothes.
You see the way Iron Man puts on his suit? That's how Mark equips the invincibility.
The Omni-Man suit is in a briefcase.
Yes, girl.
At all times. Same thing with Mark.
Yes.
How the glasses fit in their pockets, I don't know, but it's sorted.
1.1. Mark has been missing from school for almost for an entire semester. Mark
which was
gone.
like what, 3 months ish.
After that, you must pay again.
Yeah.
On top of Mark wanting to be a normal human being, you want to have a human girlfriend.
And listen, love Amber Down, love a black queen. Happy.
However, black woman.
Hey, however, come with this relationship. Thank goodness it ended. I've never felt like this before. Thank goodness this relationship is done.
Nah.
This relationship is a hindrance to both of you.
Nah.
Come, guys.
Askies, but rabbit.
No, man, guys. Yes, you work well together. You guys are a cute little couple. However, come on. This relationship doesn't work, guys.
It doesn't.
It's for the best of both of you. Let it go,
it's okay.
Guys. Let it go.
No, because to the point where we almost watched Amber become a casualty to Mark.
Do you know, Lady Vildrum Anissa showed up.
The baddie.
And had Amber there with 2 fingers and could have ended her life there.
Right then and there. Mind you, Anissa showed us who she was because there was a kaiju cause somewhere in the middle of the ocean and Mark was like, I need to go save the day. Anissa stood there and watched Mark.
And said, let me see if you got this. And Mark didn't have it. That's the worst bloody part.
Because for Mark to hit this kaiju 4 times and it got back up, Anissa flew through it so hard, the blood came off of her when she stopped flying.
Oh yeah. That
My
was
word.
one of the coldest scenes.
Oh.
Shout out to the studio. That was so cool. That was so cool.
Solidified herself, and she said, "Mark, young invincible." I started this conversation with a reason.
Yeah, I came here to talk to you.
Remember that. And once again,
there you go, Mark, with a little bit of sass.
Shibuya arc, I guess,
Under
guys.
his belt, because Mark has something to say. Mark, and I'm not saying cooperate with the Viltrumites, but like, even Cecil was in your ear saying, don't start something. You have a less than 80% chance of winning this.
She will take you out.
And clearly, Mark, you don't care about yourself, but you also need to kind of care about the rest of the world. You know, your only line of defense, Guardians ain't gonna do nothing.
Because Cecil said they are 22 minutes into transit.
And none of them showed up. I don't even think they left the house.
Nah.
The Guardians is not our line of defense. Let's be honest.
No,
what are they gonna do against Viltrumites?
Nonetheless, Viltrumites, do you know we almost died to a bunch of Martians?
A couple of squiggles.
Mind you. Granted, you probably not. You're gonna have to go watch the show. You're just gonna go have to watch it. But for Rex to take a bullet to the head
through his head
and go, "You shot me.
How dare you?"
And finish the job, guys. Even Immortal couldn't do that. And you wanna know why? Because Immortal wants to fly around like he's a big bad. Maar your girlfriend dies in Katwiga. The thing about every character in Invincible is no one has the sense of I'm weak or I'm not strong enough. Let me get stronger.
Because they are clearly really massive threats in this world. I don't know, are you guys not supposed to win in this world? I don't know what is supposed to happen, but you're back to back. This little lizard organization that started up randomly. First of all, they were terrible. And then Kibabiana, Prince Charming.
Yes, girl.
Kitten Whiskers came along. And he revamped the place. And we lost somebody. Well, kind of. But, you know, there were casualties.
Massive casualties, mind you. And that scene in and of itself was disgusting.
Oh my
word. It was horrible. Even, let's unpack. Let's go further into it. 1.1. No one wants to get stronger. I don't know what your motive is for being a hero.
All. Immortal and Cecil say, come, we need to train. You guys are like, excuse me.
Nah. You needed it. What did Bulletproof say? Look at us.
This team, hi guys.
All to protect white men America. He was right.
Best speech.
Clarky.
Best speech throughout the show.
You
guys are a band of misfits glued together and you guys are attempting to make things work. You guys are supposed to be the best of the best.
No.
That's the worst part.
Oh my word. I know that like Invincible only takes place in America, but do you know that when the Viltrumites come,
they come for all of us.
Nah.
We are also not safe, guys.
There aren't any other superheroes in the world.
No.
Yeah. What a wowza. And the thing is, no one wants to get strong. So I don't understand what your motivation is to be a hero, but clearly it's niche. 1.2. Adam Eve could quite literally be the most overpowered character in the show.
She should be.
But y'all just give her family issues and throw her to the side, pull her back in when Mark needs a girlfriend, and then that's it.
That's crazy. Dad said, oh no, she messed something up, and all of a sudden her world is rocked.
Yeah. Now she don't want to get back in the field.
Do you know how bad it is? Rex had to come fetch her.
In her bedroom, mind you. That's Rex a weirdo.
After everything they've been through, after all the drama he put her through, Rex had to come and fetch her.
Yes. To say that the world needs you.
Alright.
Nah.
And then there is my good sister, my sister wife Debbie.
Your sister wife!
My sister wife Debbie, she went through it this season. Nolan, you're a terrible person.
Mary, you can spin back anytime of the week. You can spin back.
You are a terrible person. You put Debbie through hell.
To the point where there was even like a what? An AAA kind of group for
she needed a support group. That's what you put her through. Do you know that?
Mind you, they kicked her out of the support group because of you. Because they knew who she was married to.
Then my sister wife, who is clearly stronger than me in mind, body, and spirit, decides to take Nolan's child in. Yeah.
And we named him Oliver. Obstacle.
I don't understand why she was just able to like move forward so easily, so quickly. I don't know, is it because Mark left the nest, you know, like after everything with Nolan, you know, she needs to like keep herself occupied. I don't know how you're going to do that with a men's paper child on your hip. I don't know. But somehow she did it, and she's been the caretaker of this child. Granted, the child has nowhere else to go, but it's not your responsibility.
Nuh-uh. Give him to Cecil. Allegedly they have a daycare. Come on, playtime, play care time. They have something there for these kinds of children.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm by Cecil. It's not matter. I couldn't imagine you flip the world upside down.
Yeah.
You disappear and you don't even come back, but there's a child that belongs to you.
Yeah.
Give it to Cecil.
Nah.
I don't know what Traxons can do, but you can study it and figure it out.
Nah.
Ask Keys. I know that, and he looks like Mark. That doesn't make sense.
That makes it worse.
It doesn't make sense.
Also, because Mark looks very Asian.
Like Debbie. Debra.
And so the child looks like Mark, but
devil.
yes.
And Nolan is a white Viltrumite man.
Not Asian. How does that work?
Y'all are lazy. Y'all didn't think about it.
At all.
You just said, give it Mark's face. You see that same template we used to draw the black icon warm-ups.
Y'all gave it to the baby. Because Mark looks like his mother.
He does.
With his dad's hairstyle, sure. But he looks like his mother. You guys didn't think about that.
He doesn't even have Nolan's nose. He has his mom's nose. Marno, the purple Mark obstacle. I would have given Cecil with open arms. Take him.
Hey.
Do you know that? And this happened at the point where Debbie was finally moving on.
Right.
He was finally healed. Do you know Debbie's so cute? Co-worker Carlos was asking her out.
And he fine. Debbie was happy for you guys. I said move on.
Nah. Just for Amnesia to come drop this child at your doorstep. And Mark, you also not helping.
At all.
Because Mark, you also like, oh, but he's my brother and I need to look after. I don't know this little man.
And it's like, you probably knew that your mother was going to take over. Because you wanted to score long and invincible at the same time. So who was going to take care of the child?
Speaking of invincible, I feel like the same way that Mark treats being invincible, Mark perceives being a superhero as a side hustle.
It is.
Meaning, I can do it in the background for 3 hours at night. That's what Mark... It's the same way the Viltrumite see their purpose. Because Krieger, had efficiency been number one Viltrumite priority, he would have been on Viltrum and Omni-Man would have been dead by now.
Yeah.
But Krieger wants to put autopilot on and have conversations with Omni-Man so that his trauma. The same.
Omni-Man, you know you hurt my feelings.
Ooh. The same with the fact that Mark, Nolan, and King Kimang Zeus coalition.
Yeah.
That you have all turned away from Viltrum. King Viltrum, whoever you are, you have not come to fetch them.
You have stragglers roaming, do you know?
Who are plotting against you, mind you.
Do you know this?
But can we talk about the fact that Omni-Man is so confused about his care and concern for the world that when he realized he cared, he choked Mark out of muscle memory, out of habit.
He saw the Voldemort coming, he said, Mark!
I would have been like, me! Fight it on your own. Fight it on your own. But like King Voldemort, I don't know if there is a Voldemort, but someone
who's in charge is essentially what we're saying.
Who started
and
this
who
agenda?
Said we are going to become colonizers.
And all of you have followed, mind you.
Yeah.
God is Super Saiyan race, you guys have been.
Exactly. We're the superior race, but at the same time we are following orders.
No one started a revolution because it's giving. We had to go and unite the nations.
Yeah, first.
Form a GNU.
Against Viltrumites.
In order to maybe stand a chance, we had to genetically modify Alan. We had to let him die. With hope that he was going to
wake up.
Step
and
it
help
up.
us out. Then, getting back to the neck, the scalp.
Cecil.
I was doing extra. Okay, let's start with Cecil.
You said scalp and that's what I thought.
Okay, let's start with Cecil.
Yeah.
I hate Cecil with every fiber of my being.
Oh, unpack first.
I really, really do. 1.1. The whole point of Cecil is to give a made of CIA on Earth. Right?
The Pentagon.
Yes, you're in charge. And the thing about Cecil is He wants to give like omnipotent.
I know what's happening.
I have cameras everywhere.
Mind you, I'm keeping the recordings.
Everywhere. I've got it down, guys. But when it is time for Cecil to know what's going on, Cecil don't know what's going on.
Because you can't say that Debbie was in a near-death experience.
Debbie's hand was gone. All of a sudden, the cameras in the Grayston house is off. But when the end went to come and fetch Mark, you were in his ear and you said, I know where you are going. How do you know, Cecil?
I switched the cameras off called Grayson house because she said I couldn't look after the child.
As if you bloody listen.
No, I respected her boundary. She's going to.
Aye, Cecil, shut up. I can't stand Cecil.
Yes. Talk to me.
I can't stand Cecil.
Because another thing about him is, my issue is, someone needs to talk to Mark and say, I get that you don't want to kill people. I understand that. But it's you or them.
Yeah.
And the world needs you, Invincible.
And gag is, it's not only you, it's the rest of us. You are only line of defense.
Mind you, you are barely a line of defense. You can
You are
take
not a
it.
Shiganshina to begin with.
No.
Fragile wall.
Nah. Blow through the wind. Gone. That's Invincible. Right? But the thing is, because Mark's like, I don't want to end up like my dad. Do you know that your dad, if he just had the right mindset, could change the universe?
Yeah.
That can be you. But Cecil wants to tell Mark, you're not your dad.
Finish.
Can you ignite within him?
Can you mentor this young boy
Nah.
who's coming to you needing
In
advice?
shambles at the disarray.
No one is talking to Mark. It took Mark's high school principal getting a job
At the
at the college as the dean to be the one person throughout the entire show to say, Mark, there is too much on your plate.
You must commit and you must pick one and fully commit to it.
You can't eat everything on the plate, Mark. That's
You
the
need to
only
pick. And that's the only person that spoke to Mark. I needed Cecil to be like, Mark,
decide, Mark.
do you know the Guardians are gonna die the minute the Ultimate
Yeah.
show up? It's up after that.
And the thing is, Mark is just so happy being like a part-time employee. He was so happy to just be called to go to Martians. That's when Mark was
Go
like,
marry the fish queen.
that's when Mark wants to be called quickly. But not full-time. But at the same time, you have it in you to care enough to always show up. So you want to be full-time.
Yes.
It's in you to be full-time.
Mark.
Mark, focus, buddy.
Nah.
I know you've been through a lot. We will never deny it. Yeah.
Your universe sucks. I would hate
It's
being
terrible
here.
to be invincible.
What do you mean? Just because I am born this way.
I didn't ask for
This
this.
whole race is coming after me for an agenda I want nothing to do with.
Because of my dad.
Mind you, my dad's not sticking to the agenda anymore.
At all.
Leave me alone,
Thanksgiving
guys.
Fieldrum is the best thing ever. Why didn't you come fetch Nolan? You wanna tell me he was on this planet for how old is Mark? 18? Around that amount of time of years.
Before that,
Right?
because him and Debbie dated.
So let's give or take 20 years. You've been on Earth. Not a single phone call to say hello, check in with Vildrem.
From
No
the
one
support.
cared about Nolan.
No.
He got to Gallivant
Yes, because I need I'm the strongest. Why do you need to know how to
and put things on Mark's plate now.
Yes.
Because you guys didn't do due diligence. Yes.
Do you see why?
Due diligence.
Do you see why? I'm telling you, King Vildrum must be an old fragile man.
It's giving Soro Kingu. He's stuck in the ice.
In a chamber, sitting
That's
quiet, eyes closed. I really think that you guys are confusing this Invincible with the other versions of Mark in the other
The one in the
universes.
black and yellow has to be the one you guys are thinking of.
Nah, because that one
It's
was
not
serious.
ours.
That's a Vildramite.
It's not ours.
Mark, I need you to be... The one time we saw Mark really give was with Angstrom. Mind you, it took us 20 minutes and
Yeah.
Debbie getting her arm broken for Mark to tee up.
Mark went through 8,000 bloody portals, different timelines,
We
different worlds.
We spoke to the dinosaurs. We were with cavemen. We saw 3 other versions of ourselves.
Yeah, we saw a Spider-Man, we saw a Batman.
We saw zombies. Got a Walking Dead.
And still, that wasn't enough for Mark.
Nah, to the point where Mark came back shirtless. Not that I'm complaining,
Fancy Reese.
but Mark came back shirtless.
Rare.
And was like, nah, I'm serious about
Yeah.
saving my mom and my brother. Mark Oisha.
Do you know how much time has passed?
We can depend on the Guardians. We can
depend on Cecil.
Immortal went to the mountains like he's Thorfinn to go cry about his girlfriend.
You got a cabin.
Ooh,
It's giving midlife
mind you,
crisis.
it's probably giving you visit this cabin often.
Because it's warm.
Nah, it's lived
Decorated. There's
in.
no spider webs. There's no dust. It's a fresh house.
And the thing is, Immortal Cecil said, take a break. Go on
You
a
said
vacation.
no.
Nah.
And you were ready to beat the life out of Ellen. For what we don't know.
Mind you, Ellen looked at you like, who are you?
Right? We had to play broken telephone to tell you don't hit Ellen. That's what happened. And that was your come to Jesus moment. And this is my ever end. We had a Nessa show up. Cecil didn't get Immortal on the phone,
to say.
knowing that Immortal is bloodthirsty for Viltrumite. We didn't call Immortal.
No, guys. We don't.
Cecil, come
I
forward.
need you. We were 22
I hate
Cecil. We were 22 minutes in transit.
I hate Cecil. Immortal can fly.
Yeah.
I hate Cecil. You're not thinking in this world.
Guys. And then last but not least. Well, maybe not last, but
Not lost at all.
not last at all, but one thing that will forever irritate me. Listen, Nolan, if you come back, I will be here, open arms, open legs.
You have a home.
You have a home here.
However, come on.
However, for Omnisha, for them to glaze you, go Joaquin and Hueco to call you their goats.
For them to steal your trip.
For them to
For Queen to be holding on to childhood trauma and wait to beat you.
right. For you to sit in the cell and go, I miss my wife.
Fatigue, Omni-Man. How dare you?
And my thing is, Omni-Man, you aren't even pushing the ship to go back to Earth. You aren't leaning against the bar, Nyana.
You borderline caused a genocide on Earth, and you're like, I can't go back to Earth. Who's going to stop you?
Nah. Because
Not
it's
Cecil.
not. Nah. And it's not Mark either.
Exactly. You could go back and do whatever you want to do on
Take
that planet.
over. Be like, guys, phase 2.
Yeah, I'm serious this time.
Nah. Omni-Man, you can't break a hole through the ship, take Ellen with you, and leave. Krieger isn't gonna come fetch you.
At
I
all.
promise you. King Voltrum isn't gonna hit Krieger up like, okay, where's Omni-Man?
I'm scared. You fetch him.
Nah. Dad.
Help.
Like, Nolan, you're not serious.
At
The
all.
Omni-Man that we made in season 1
At
wouldn't
least you
have
are
stood for
serious.
this. Wouldn't have stood for this.
You are a shell of the man you used to be, sir.
No, you
and this is
are.
a disappointment.
Mind you, we've spoken about horrible dads, and you were at the top of the list. You still are.
You are. You're the worst of them all. However, how far you have fallen, Omni-Man. How dare you?
Omni-Man.
That was such a pathetic attempt at a redemption. And you don't deserve it. I'll pull you there by your Viltrim cape. You don't get to do this, sir. You don't get sympathy.
And this goes back to the whole, if a character is a prick, let them be a prick. Omni-Man being
From
angry
start
and
to
aggressive. That version of Omni-Man would have bust through Krieger's ship and left.
And said, if you can come fetch me, let's
Fetch
go.
me. Fetch me. I'll Mortal Kombat you like I did Braided Lady. Send Anessa to come after me. Go call Conquest. I'm waiting. That's
Maybe
Omni-Man.
not. Yeah.
That's Omni-Man.
Man, that's the Omni-Man we knew.
That's Nolan.
I don't know who the hell is on that Viltrim ship.
This remnant
Ew.
of the Viltrumite you used to be.
Of the best of what Viltrim has to
Mind
offer.
you are such a fine Viltrumite. You can go pick up a baby mama every planet you go to.
You are borderline trying to do it anyway.
Maar Omniscia, Omnipotency.
This cannot be how we ended season 2.
It can't. And listen, I can't even say I hope Conquest shows up and changes things. I know that Conquest is going to beat Mark to a pulp. Do you know that they animated his hair? They put money in their budget just for 10 seconds of hair movement. But Mark's sitting with a poop off, but his hair is moving. Guys.
It's gonna get serious.
No, guys. I can't fathom it. We just know that by the end of season 2, Mark Grayson
is incredibly
not
invincible.
Guys, we just had so much to get off of our chests. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the High and the Low podcast.
I'm Loki.
And I am Hailey.
Thanks for being here.
Bye! Like, share, and subscribe!
Okay, bye!